What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Ronald Wayne here. Today I'm going to show you 5 different ways how you can start elevating your videos. Light is probably the most important thing, if not the most important thing. Lighting dictates how the picture is going to look. If it's not lit correctly, you're not going to be able to see the subject. And if it's lit wrong, it's going to give off a bad vibe. So for example, right now I have my key light, which is the Aperture 120D lighting me right now. Also, I have a rim light as well that's lighting up the shoulder right here. So if I turn this light off like this, you can see now it doesn't look that interesting anymore. But once I turn it back on, then now you can see everything. It just adds that much more depth. And even if you're working in a small space, my pro tip would be, find a window light, because that's just a lot of natural light. I love natural light, especially for those that's on a budget. If you can't afford all the lights, definitely find a window light. And then also, if you're shooting on location, make sure you take advantage of the time of day. So typically for me, I like to shoot, super early or super late. Start being more intentional about what time you're going out, the type of light that you want, the direction of light. And so that should definitely elevate your videos. I mean, sound is so important. Sound makes us feel a certain way. It can really change the whole mood of the video. And that brings us to the sponsor of this video, which is Soundscribe. Soundscribe is a subscription-based, royalty-free music library. But what's really awesome about Soundscribe is they have 3 different products. They have music, sound effects, and video. So it's everything I need in one place. If you haven't checked out Soundscribe, I'll leave a link in the description. They're giving 15% off a monthly subscription, so you don't want to miss out. It's definitely one of the best. I love them. I use them all the time. It just makes my life so much easier. Music will really dictate how the video feels, how you want the viewer to feel. And so that's why having the right music will always carry out and help tell the story. Make sure your music is on point. And like I said, the link will be in the description. Get 15% off. And thank you, Soundscribe, for sponsoring this video. Let's go to the next tip. Study your camera, study the settings, understanding what your camera can and can't do, understanding the frame rates, understanding, all the settings in your camera, which will help make your videos look cinematic. Me personally, I love shooting everything at 60 frames per second or above, because I'm not sure if I'm going to slow the footage down, but shooting at a higher frame rate will allow you to pick and choose whether or not you want to slow it down in post. Make sure you learn the camera, learn the settings. That's going to help make you feel more comfortable about what you're doing, what you're filming, what you're shooting. And sheesh, I thought I put this on Do Not Disturb and it still went through. Learn all the settings so that you can maneuver and be comfortable with all the things that you're doing with the camera. And so that would be number 3. Learn and study your camera. And this is also something that, when I first started, I had an idea of what I wanted, but a lot of times I would go to these events, or I would film a subject and I would just move to the left and move to the right. And I really wasn't exaggerating any movement. Movement is so important. And so one of my favorite movements is where I'm coming down and I'm easing myself into the scene, so I'm revealing, so it kind of builds some anticipation into the shot. And so there's multiple ways you can do that. You can start from the bottom and come up. You can even come from the top and come down. You also can start getting creative with your shots and start maybe coming behind a door, coming behind a hallway or something like that, and just start adding movement to your shots that can emphasize what you really want to tell and can bring anticipation into some shots. And so movement is very important. Start incorporating that in all your shots. Start adding movement, start planning your shots, start carrying movement into the next shot, and you can really start getting some really dope creative shots. Location is going to be very important. Start going out, start looking at the time of day that you want to shoot, start looking at the locations. Maybe you may have to rent a hotel or rent an Airbnb, and just start adding stuff to your portfolio. And that's going to, be able to make your videos just look that much better, because now you're standing out and your videos don't look like everybody else. Anybody can go to the beach or wherever you're from, anybody can go to the forest or park, but start scoping out these locations. Maybe you have to start traveling more, whatever it is that it takes, but start adding locations, different locations to your videos. That's really gonna help elevate your videos. That's pretty much all I got, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you got any questions, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.